So, welcome back everyone. This is Mariana Sigala and I'm speaking on behalf of my co-chair, Paul Whitlow, as well as of the whole conference team. I see that numbers are still climbing up. I guess the members of the two teams in the GRIA debate, they're still celebrating or they have already started their drinks, but the show must go on. I should not waste more time, so I will start the session by trying to do an overview of what has been happening during these last 3 days. We are almost done. My goodness. A few months ago, not even a year ago, we didn't know how to react to this COVID-19 disruption. And I shouldn't state again because we all know how everyone has been disrupted. We were very questionable. Can we do it? Do we have time and resources? Are we experts? Do we have the technology? Well, you have probably experienced the results. We have done it. We haven't finished yet, but we actually discover that many of us have many talents hidden, and we have actually exploited that time to upgrade or update our skills. Me, for example, I think I'm going to follow a career on the Hollywood. I think I'm very good in the screen, but you can tell me more. Anyway, we have managed to virtualize the whole coffee conference, or at least the traditional way that we used to do it. We had our keynote speaker, we had our PhD workshop, we had discussion panels, we had our parallel sessions for papers. We had online social activities. I guess many of you have used the market exhibition or Ask a Fellow facility. We have seen visual presentations. We had a brilliant Meet the Editor session, which was very well managed in terms of time as well. We did the GRIA debate online, and that was another huge debate, whether we can actually do it. We will continue with our award ceremony in a few minutes as well. So it is possible to virtualize things. It's not something that is unrealistic. Now, did we really attend online, or did we just click login and we did our housekeeping, went for a run, watched TV? Well, in terms of quantitative numbers, and these are numbers that hopefully they are accurate as they could be, we had quite a lot of people online, on real time. However, as you know, we have been recording the sessions, meaning that we are going to have a greater impact and reach later on. People watching and rewatching, because yes, I do know you did love some sessions and you would like to rewatch them again and again. So who are our top scorers? The opening ceremony and the keynote speaker actually attracted the biggest number, 152. The two panels, Restarting Tourism and the Destination Management panel that we had today, they have also attracted 100 plus online attendees. The Meet the Editors with Liz, ringing the cowbell. I really love that, 100 plus. There was so much popular demand that both of the chairs of these sessions, they are thinking of redoing it and bringing it back for us to benefit. The GRIA debate, well, that's a debate as well in terms of numbers. 86 voted for the affirmative team. I guess there is another equal but smaller number that voted for the negative team as well. So very good success in terms of attendance here as well. Our social online activities have also attracted attention, but I would imagine less because after a few hours of Zooming, I'm sure everybody is fatigued of that. So still attractive, but not as the other sessions. But I'm sure the social activities, they will be watched later on, because apart from the fun, there was also a kind of an educational element with them, with very interactive and insightful interviews from the managers of these sponsor associations. People were interactive as well. We had 36 voters in the poster session, and that was another good success, I would say. So did we really enjoy COTHY 2021? Was it correct to do it online? Well, look at this verdict. Latest data, I have been scanning the social media, people arguing, concurrent sessions are really fun. What a great day by Judith Mayer. She enjoyed the editors panel, the industry and academia panel, the online social events, the biggest conference online, and people declaring that they actually like the new normal. Oh my goodness, I hope this is not really the new normal, and I still want to see people face to face. People answering yes, it is useful to present even posters online. So well done on this aspect as well. And people were having fun because it didn't matter where they were. They were pretending that they were in Australia, particularly now with the lockdown that everybody wants to travel. Virtual conferencing, it's probably one good way to do it. Why not? So all this wouldn't have happened without the big effort of many people, not just me on the front stage, but all the team supporting the backstage of COTHY 2021. And I really need to make sure that I thank everyone. I don't have time to read all the names. There are quite a lot, as you can see. You will receive them in the proceedings, and I hope you will thank everyone that you know and appreciate the effort that they have actually done behind that. Apart from the COTHY 2021 organizing committee, we also had a scientific committee that we really need to thank. We had 15 tracks, meaning 49 track chairs, that they didn't only moderate the review process, they also moderated the parallel sessions online. We had 168 reviewers, 160 paper submissions, and 137 accepted papers. So if these are not big numbers, what is the big number? I have to admit that the online conference, it is equally comparable to what we traditionally have face-to-face. So well done, everyone. A big thank you to the forum group sitting in the backstage in our control room and saving us from the different technology hiccups that we are actually having. But I hope despite them, everything else, it's actually being experienced by you in a very nice way. And my superhero and everyone's superhero, a special thank you to Penny. Penny, you're always there for everyone. So thank you. And last but not least, sponsors. Nothing can happen without resources, financial or in kind. So a really big thank you to all our sponsors. The Adelaide Festival Center, ASTR Share Center, Sprout, Elsevier, Goodfellows, Gachama University Center of Tourism Research, Channel View Publications, the Asprey, and the Business in Bliss. And last, a big thank you to all of you that I see that even if it is getting late, we still have 100+ people watching us online. We had 291 souls in total registered, coming from all over the globe. We have actually listed 32 countries and 94 institutions. And not only from the usual suspects, just to name a few, Griffiths or UQ. Nanke University, I think they have actually registered for something like 6+ delegates in our online conference. So thank you very much, everyone, for your support. But we haven't finished yet. Stay in tune because we have the COTHY Awards coming. So it's my pleasure to give the floor to Kirsten Holmes, the COTHY chair, to present us the COTHY Awards for this year. Kirsten.
Thank you, Mariana. So I'm just going to thank you, and thank you so much for all your work on the conference, you and your team. So I'm absolutely delighted to present the COTHY Awards. I'm just going to share my screen. I'm really nervous. It's the first time I've done this at the conference. So I need
what do you mean? You're not ready for a Hollywood show?
I've got them open. I just don't know how do I do the share screen? So that's the share.
At the bottom, just press share screen and then press, it will show you a screen. Yep, there you go. And then
excellent. There we are. Thank you very much. So absolutely delighted to have the Corsi Awards. As you know, we have a series of awards each year. I will go through them. So the first one is the Corsi Award for Best Paper. And we have actually renamed.
It seems like you need to make it full screen. You need to do presentation mode.
I don't know how to do that. It's in full screen on PowerPoint. I don't know how to do what you're asking me to do. Sorry. And this is why I asked Mariana to do it. So I can only, I've got it in full screen.
Don't worry. It's difficult the first time, the second it's getting better.
Yeah, so we've renamed so you can probably see who all the award winners are because I don't know how to change that. But we have renamed the Corsi Award for Best Full Paper in honour of Professor Philip Pearce, who very sadly passed away earlier last year. And he was the chair of the Corsi Fellows. So our first award is the Professor Philip Pearce Award for the Corsi Conference Best Full Paper. Philip Pearce was a foundation professor for tourism in Australia and an ardent supporter of Corsi from its outset. So the winner of the Corsi Award is Dennis Tolchach for his paper entitled Transformations of Capoeira Through Travel. So congratulations, Dennis. And Dennis is from James Cook University, which is, I guess, really quite fitting because, as you'll all know, Professor Pearce was professor at James Cook University. Our second award is the Bill Faulkner Memorial Award for Best PhD Paper. Bill Faulkner was Professor of Tourism at Griffith University and Deputy CEO of Australia's Centre of Cooperative Research in Sustainable Tourism. He was widely known internationally for his publications in many research journals, and he was really a leader in our field. And for those of us who work in Australia, it was because of him that we have a specific Tourism 4 code. So his legacy is really important to us. And the winner of this award is Bing Zhu with his paper entitled I Like Your Travel Vlog, Delineating Viewers' Consumption and Production. And I'm also presenting the e-Poster Award, which is a Viewer's Choice Award because the viewers get to vote on the winner. So our best paper, it goes to, best e-poster goes to Sophie Seeger and Antoine Bisson. And for their poster, Design Thinking and Subject Review, Reflection on the Applications of Design Thinking in Hospitality Education. Congratulations, Sophie and Antoine. And our final award is the Hospitality and Society Best Paper Award. Hospitality and Society is an international multidisciplinary social sciences journal exploring the connections between hospitality and wider social and cultural processes and structures. Hospitality and Society, which is published by Intellect, sponsor this award, and they're very happy to sponsor it at our conference this year. And the best paper goes to Duan or Annie Yang for her paper Destination Australia, To Study or Not to Study. And Annie is from Griffith University. So congratulations, Annie. Wonderful. Okay, thank you. I'll just stop sharing and I'm now handing back to Mariana.
And I think what we also miss with all these online awards is the clapping of everyone. Anyway, so let me continue with the awards. The first one that I would like to present, it's the Cothe Fellows Award. It's going to be presented by Professor Betty Wheeler. And I would kindly ask Monique or somebody from Forum Group to play the video, if that is possible, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Professor Betty Weiler, and together with Professor Bob Kircher, I am the co-chair of the Cothe Fellows. So Bob and I are both foundation members of Cothe, and we're very proud to be members of Cothe since its formal inception in 1992. You may or may not be aware that the Cothe Fellows group consists of professors, 22 professors, emeritus professors, and retired professors. who have all been recognized for their enduring commitment to tourism, hospitality, and events, education, and research, and of course, to Healthy. So as a group, we aim to provide high-level collective mentoring and support to Healthy. So toward this end, in 2009, we created the Healthy Fellows Award, which is why I'm here today. Each year we call for and review award nominees, and then we select an individual or individuals from Australia or New Zealand who have made the greatest contribution to Australasian tourism, hospitality, and or event education or research. Nominees must be employed at an Australian or New Zealand university at senior lectureship or below, and must be a member of CALPI and must have attended at least one CALPI conference. Well, award winners typically are performing well above their level of employment, A, B, or C. In the challenging academic climate of 2020, Healthy Fellows were pleased to receive some very strong nominations. And as a result, we've decided this year to award 2 commendations as well as the actual Fellows Award. This year, the commendations, both the commendations and the award itself, recognize individuals who have made significant contributions to, specifically to research. The criteria for the research award is evidence of research quality, scholarship, and impact. All right, so on behalf of my co-chairs and all the fellows, I present first the commendations and then the award winners. And the first commendation goes to Dr. Anya Pavel, lecturer in tourism in the School of Business and Law at Central Queensland University. Well, congratulations, Anya, that's great. And the second commendation goes to Dr. Yun Wen, lecturer in tourism and hospitality management at Edith Cowan University. Again, congratulations, Yun. And finally, this year's award, the 18th Healthy Fellows Award, is presented to Dr. Ming Ming Cheng, senior lecturer in marketing in the business faculty at Curtin University. So very warm congratulations, Ming Ming. On behalf of the fellows, we congratulate the 2 commendation recipients and the fellow award winner. And we wish you all the very best for your careers.
Thank you, Betty Wheeler, and congratulations to all the winners. They're really prestigious awards. So let me continue with the awards, but they are equally important. And I will start with the Journal of the Hospitality and Tourism Management Awards. I think I shouldn't spend time explaining what is this journal. It is our journal. And we give annual awards to recognize the good efforts and quality of work of our authors and reviewers, but also to motivate you to submit more and better quality. So, Best Paper Award for Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Management. It goes to Zenki Eddie Mao, Margie Jones, Mimi Lee, Wei Wei, and Jianyi Lui. Their paper was entitled Sleepings in a Stranger's Home, a Transformation Model for Airbnb. Well done, ladies. Now, I have to admit that many of these award winners and the following ones, they have joined this conference and this award ceremony to be here around with us. So please use the chat facility to congratulate and share your enthusiasm with them. Now, apart from the Best Paper Award, we also had 2 runners, highly commented papers, because as you can always imagine, it's very difficult to identify who is the top of the top. So the first highly commented paper award for JHTM 2021 goes to Nina Disarasna, Susan Becken, and Oz Sahin for their paper entitled A Systems Approach to Examining the Drivers and Barriers of Renewable Energy Technology Adoption in the Hotel Sector in Queensland, Australia. Well done. Second runner, highly commented paper award for JHTM 2021 goes to Jaehud Kim, Jaewoo Kim, Seul Ki Lee, Liang Rebecca Tang for their paper entitled Effects of Epidemic Disease Outbreaks on Financial Performance of Restaurants, an Event Study Method Approach. And as you can see, this is a paper that it had to be done in a very short time as it relates to the pandemic. Well done. Now, JHTM wouldn't have managed to be so successful and grow every year without the help of our reviewers. They safeguard our quality. They help us to make sure that what we publish, they actually maintain the standards and raise the standards of HTM. They provide constructive reviews in a very timely manner so that all papers go through very smoothly and they're published in acceptable time. It's my honor to present the Best Reviewers Awards for JHTM to 4 people. It's not surprising. Submissions to JHTM, they have more than doubled. So we really need additional reviewers. So let me congratulate one by one. Kylie Wusnam, Girish Prayag, Yao Tsinghang, Ravan Nimri. Thank you very much for your timeless efforts and all the work that you have done for HTM. Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Management has introduced this year a new award. We call it the JHTM Best PhD Paper Award. We started a project to try to help early careers, the ones that they have finished or they are still doing their PhD, to publish in a top-ranked journal and to attract their quality of the work. The project has attracted 16 submissions, and from this, we have selected the best paper to give this award, and we also have a runner-up, a highly commended PhD paper award submitted and accepted and published in the Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Management. So the best PhD paper award for 2021 goes to Alexandra Kehan for her paper entitled A Multi-Layer Network Approach to Tourism Collaboration. Well done, Alexandra. Now, who is the winner for the highly commended PhD paper award for JHTM 2021? The winner is Ryan Young. I'm sure everyone or many of you know him for his paper entitled Virtual Reality, the World, Experimenting with Emotion and Presence for Tourist Marketing. Well done, Ryan. I have to give awards for another project that Coffee has initiated last year and supported, and I have to admit it has been quite successful. This refers to the Coffee Case Study Project. Through that, we aim to help everyone to learn how to write, but also use case studies for educational purposes. We have attracted 38 submissions, and 26 of them, they have been accepted to be published in a book that is going to be published by Springer. From this, we have selected 2 case studies, the top of the top, to give our awards. Best Case Study Award goes to Bridget Tomlinson and Katharina Wolf for their case study entitled Sustainable Tourism and Public Opinion, Examining the Language Surrounding the Closure of Uluru to the Climbers. You probably might have the chance to listen to their presentation in a parallel session. If you haven't, I would highly recommend to go back and watch the recordings of that. What about the highly commended case study? The winners are Anita Manfreda and Justin King for their case study entitled A Day in Life of Guest Experience Strangers, the Sapphire Frasernet Experience. Well done. Excellent case study as well that you can again watch the presentation or even buy our book and read it. And of course, apart from these 2 winning case studies, there are many other more that you can use for your instruction. My warm congratulations to all the winners. But apart from that, many thanks and congratulations to everyone who has participated in submitted papers to our journal, to our case study, or being a PhD student and having the courage to submit probably his or her first paper to our journal as well. Now, there is another award that it has become a kind of a tradition in some way for COTHI. And these are the social media awards. Hopefully there are going to be more edutainment for everyone. They have become important because we really need to make COTHI well known and promote it to all over the globe. So this year we have also been running the social media awards. We have requested and approached you to post screenshots, your experience, your feedback about our conference in our channels, in Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And hopefully you have been using the hashtag COTHI 2021 to do it. So we really also need to recognize the ones that they have done and they have helped us to spread the word of COTHI 2021 and of course of COTHI. And I have been actually watching you. I was not just sharing the sessions. What you're watching now is a recording. I'm actually running somewhere outside. But anyway, many months ago, as I said before, we were very skeptical. Can we do an online COTHI conference? And there were many debates. We were questioning ourselves. We were Zoom fatigued by teaching online, going to meetings online, having social drinks online, talking to our mother online. Many people had a clickophobia. Many others were saying, oh my God, do I have time to go and have a facelift because I don't look nice on Zoom? Some others were saying, well, I prefer the face-to-face interactions. So there was a lot of skepticism. What was the reaction of us? What did I actually investigate by watching what you were sharing online, on social media? How did you experience the COTHI 2021 conference? Well, I think you had fun, but different people have experienced in different ways. Even if they had the opportunity to be next to each other without social distancing, they are really social media addicted. Look at them, they don't speak to each other. They're only looking at their screens. Some others, they were pretending they were attending. They had the headphones on, listening to their music. Some others, they were getting even more excited. They couldn't hide their face from anyone. And what about our panelists and our chairpersons? Because everything was recorded, they were not actually looking on their screen. They were going around and smiling into cameras. And others, they had fun by watching themselves presenting online. This is something that you can definitely not do on a real face-to-face conference. Have you ever watched yourself presenting? Well, that was the chance. We had others claiming online, oh, what a great conference. I learned a lot. Well, are you sure, Aaron? Look at your background. I think you were watching the footage. And some others even were getting more serious. They were setting up real studios to go online and broadcast their presentations. But look what I caught in the camera. People doing probably not appropriate things. And I'm sure many of you were actually sharing online your experiences online by looking at others' faces online, having bizarre backgrounds, doing product placement with flag of universities, a white background, a background from a nice landscape, but a face that looks horrified. I don't know what she was listening to. And then we also had black spaces. Where are these people? Was it very sunny, so she actually escaped to see the sun? I really don't know what was happening. But guys, people are watching us. The travel professors, they have actually understood that we are not online. We just log in and we go for running and we go for drinks. And they are actually broadcasting this online. Be careful next time you go to an online. Anne Hardy here is praying for people to come back and watch her and listen to her. So what did we really do during Coffee 2021 if we were not online? Well, look what these people were doing in Cairns up in Queensland. They were having fun and we were presenting online. And they were even spreading fake news. They took a picture of themselves in the room, pretending they're watching coffee, and they were eating. And it was not just them. Look at the other group in Queensland, what they did. And they were not afraid even to broadcast online. Where is your social distancing, guys, here? I see you're packed one next to each other. Be careful what you're showing online. And then we had another group of people, the poor housewives, the ones that they cannot go out eating. Elisa Kitchen was in her room, locked down, trying to indoctrinate the next members of Coffee. Look at this small baby. I think the baby enjoyed the conference more than we did. But you know what? The biggest and the best experience online, which was actually documented on Facebook and social media, it was our great debate. We have managed to Zoomificate it. But you know what? You saw what happened in the front stage before. Do you really know what happened in the back stage? I know, because I was watching you. We had the negative team that it became fully digitized. They invented a very nice hashtag to follow them, getting ourselves ready, smiling into the camera, very confident that they're going to win. And they were working online. But what happened after 2 hours? From the smiling faces that they are really questioning themselves. And then, because they had too much stress, they start drinking. My goodness. Then we had the affirmative team. They also had their own hashtag. Only we can handle the truth. And you see them in different screens because, of course, they are isolating, waving to each other, like the people in lockdown med hotels, that they say, oh my God, I'm locked down in my hotel room, come and save me. I want to see another person. But you know what? Me being Greek, I think they were trying to do something else. I think they were trying to replicate the Greek muja. I don't know how many of you are familiar with this Greek gesture. It is very, very popular. This is a picture of Greeks giving the muja to the Greek parliament during the economic crisis, because of course we were fed up with all our politicians. So I know you don't know what is the Greek muja, but come on, guys, we're academics. Go online and get advice from Wikipedia. Wikipedia is always accurate. Muja is the most traditional gesture in Greece. It looks like what the affirmative team was trying to do. And if you read more carefully on the Wikipedia, you see that there are different ways to do it. You can either have the single muja or you can have the double muja. Just to give emphasis and to make it more offensive, you just combine your two hands and you direct them to the recipient that you want to offend. I learned something else when I went to Wikipedia myself. I learned that muja has another name, faskeloma. And when I looked at the root of the word, I actually identified that it has two compartments. The first one, faccia, from the Latin, which means face. And the second one, om, which comes, of course, from Zoom. So what does this mean for me? It means that muja or faskeloma, it's Facebook ready and Zoom ready. But when you go online for the great debate or you go for an online conference, you really need to add some audio effects as well to make it more effective. So what do we do for an audio effects as the Greeks? We say na, so I can do it here, na, or orse, or parta, or we can add many other share words. And for you that attended the Adelaide Festival Center yesterday, I think you can get many examples of share words that you can add to make your muja very effective and engaging. But anyway, I cannot teach you very much how to be more engaging online in one day. I'll give you the last tip because that was a big parenthesis and I will conclude with the awards. We had an online cooking demonstration as our social activity. And the social post of it got a really very good attention to that. But you know what else happened? I got inspired because the next day I joined the Meet the Editor session and I had to give my personal opinion and perspective on how to best slice down a paper to produce more papers. So I started talking about the salami publishing and I was very serious. I was sharing links from Publication Ethics and Springer and Elsevier, but nobody took me seriously. I was not engaging. What I have actually discovered, it was that everybody had disappeared, going for a dinner, having drinks, and the cat that was left alone in the room heard the word salami and started coming and listened to me. And it was the only one who understood me because she was really addicted to me. She was even trying to touch me by going closer to the camera. Anyway, the salami publishing can increase engagement. Nobody was listening to me, but there was another editor who picked it up, Sarah Dolnikar. She started tweeting and Facebooking. I will teach you about salami publishing. And apart from that, she was also claiming, stop copy pasting. Well, Sarah, please stop copy pasting me as well. Anyway, long story short, we had many people posting and communicating about 2021 Coffee Conference Online. And I really want to recognize and thank everyone. But we also have to recognize our winners. So we have 3 awards. The first one goes to somebody who has posted online and has managed to attract the bigger number of comments and online engagement discussions. So the winner is Martin Bisapa. I don't know if you have been watching her, but I did. She had actually broadcasted a screenshot of these lovely faces giving their excitement, their scare, their interest, their boredom, or their runaway to the sun from our coffee conference. Well done. Now, our second award, 2021 Social Media Awards, goes to somebody who has managed to post the greatest number of online posts, but also used many channels to do that. And the award goes to Endmood Go. Well done, Endmood. I had really doubts whether to give you that because it is part of your job, to be honest, but I think you did a very good job. You have used a lot of channels. You have used LinkedIn, you have used Twitter, Facebook before the conference, during the conference, and I'm sure you will continue doing it even afterwards. So thank you very much. Part of this award is a sponsor's prize. You will get access to a digital book that is edited by me. So please email me so I can send you your award prize. And last but not least, I know everybody is waiting for the coolest photo of the 2021 Social Media Awards. Can you guess? Well, for those that you have been online, probably you will recognize who the winner is. It goes to a very special person that last year, he was so excited, he started running from Holland to down under, Auckland, New Zealand, And he could do it because we were not in a lockdown, and he's a long distance runner. But from a long distance runner, he had to maintain social distancing this year, social isolating in his room, in what he calls the airport wow hell, and waiting and waiting and getting excited and attending non-stop all the sessions of COFE 2021 and posting all his experience in all social media. Erwin, well done to you. The coolest COFE 2021 conference online photo shared award goes to you. Thank you very much. And I hope next year we will actually see you live. Now, by no further ado, I would like to give the floor back to the hosts of the COFE 2022 conference to tell us where we are going to meet and how we are going to meet next year. Kirsten and Edmund, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Mariana. And is it possible to the organisers to give Edmund panelist access? Because at the moment he's not available to join as a panelist. So that would be great. Just wanted to say a huge thank you. I'm now going to beautifully fail to screen share again because it just doesn't seem to work on my screen, and I did ask for instructions, but I haven't been given any instructions. So I'm seeing full screen. It seems to be working for me. So COFE 2022, where are we going to go? I hope you enjoyed the beautiful flight map here. It's looking a bit different at the moment. And spot New Zealand on the map. We don't forget it over here in WA. So we've had obviously quite a strange year since our last conference. As I mentioned in the opening ceremony, Edmund and I had planned to welcome you to Fremantle as co-chairs. Given we were locked down last week, and this week we're not allowed to leave the house without wearing a mask, it probably is quite a good idea that we went online. But as you can imagine, organising an online conference was an enormous amount of work from Mariana, Paul, Penny, and all the people involved who helped out. And of course, this is all on top of everybody's normal jobs. This isn't what we normally do. So normally, another institution or group of institutions would organise the conference for us. So we've been having a bit of a debate as to what we can do going forward next year. Travel is still quite restricted, but probably more importantly, given that Australia and New Zealand, at least there is travel within our borders, is the financial impact that it has had on our institutions and the ability for people to attend conferences through their institution. So we're currently discussing a range of options for COFE 2022. Do we stay fully online again? Obviously, we've learned a lot from running the online conference this year, but a lot of us have missed the face-to-face interaction and the opportunity to chat with people, particularly over coffees, lunches, and the social events after the conference finishes for the day, for which COFE is rightly very famous. The second option we're considering is a hub and spoke model. So you saw our lovely colleagues in Queensland getting together to meet up, to attend the conference together as a group, to go out together socially and connect. So we're looking at whether we could run that. I'm quite glad we didn't do that in WA because we'd all have to wear masks, which is not so good for interacting. But we're looking at a hub and spoke model as an option. A third option is to have a smaller face-to-face conference, recognizing that a lot of people wouldn't be able to travel, logistics could be difficult, it's risky still. We might have a better idea later in the year, but at the moment borders are opening and closing pretty quickly here in Australia. I noticed that South Australia has just closed its border to Victoria again, so that means Mariana and Paul could not have got together face to face. in organising this conference. So we're looking at, is it possible to run a smaller conference where we don't need as many delegates in an easy to access location? We recognise that Fremantle, while it is one of the best places in the world, is also quite a long way from lots of other, where a lot of our delegates would come from. So that's another option. And then the fourth option is to go ahead with Fremantle in 2022, but possibly change the date. So those are the options we're going through. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, we really value your views. We will be sending out the conference evaluation as always. And we really great to hear which sessions you thought went well, where we could improve, and get some feedback on running an online conference. So that would be really helpful. We'll need to make a decision fairly soon, but we wanted to talk through all the different options and give you the chance to give us a bit of feedback, either directly or through your chapter director. So one thing is for sure, we will have a CORSI 2022, and we all get to see each other, whether it's face-to-face, some of us face-to-face, others online, or most of us online. We're not sure at this stage, but we very much look forward to having that opportunity. And then my last point, if I just move back to the screen, is to encourage you to attend our annual general meeting, which is on tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what time it is because it's going to be a different time for everybody, but check your schedule and set aside the time to come to our annual general meeting. Use the opportunity then to give us some feedback if you have views on where the conference should be or what format we should run the conference in next year. And that will be tomorrow. We also have our chapter directors meeting tomorrow and our special interest groups. So although this is the conference close and the main conference activities finish, please join us tomorrow for those activities. Thank you ever so much, and it's been wonderful to see you all online.
Thank you, Kirsten. I don't know if Edmund would like to say something, or I will continue.
No, I think Kirsten summed it up brilliantly. Yeah, we really hope to see you guys next year, but it just depends on which format. So we really want to hear your get your feedback, and pretty much your feedback will kind of determine what's going to happen next year. So yeah.
Thank you, Edmund. So that was almost it. I think it's time to officially say goodbye, farewell, adios, Soraid, Veda, Ramasban, Oro, Slan, farewell. I don't know how to pronounce the rest. I'm sure that you can do it. It was really wonderful to have every one of you here with us on real time or watching us afterwards with your popcorn and glass of wine or glass of coffee, I don't know, whatever everyone prefers. It has been our pleasure to be working all together to bring a COFI 2021 conference for our members, for our COFI family community. We know it was a big effort. We had our ups and downs, but I have to admit that we have learned a lot, and we were all working in a good spirit only because we wanted to give. I wish you all the best. We have wrote history in some way. The video recordings of COFI 2021, the proceedings, your chat discussions, everything that the technology records is our collective COFI 2021 conference memory. It is something that it will be registered for us to watch or for others to watch and probably and hopefully learn and of course improve. But even if I said adios, it's not adios yet. Do you have your dress on? Because I don't know where you are going, but I'm going to the Sydney Opera House. We have our social event coming up. We're going to have a virtual back of the house tour. And before that, we are going to have a very interactive and informative interview with the managing director of the visitor experience at the Sydney Opera House. So get a drink, have a break, and log in again in 5 minutes for our social networking activity today. And of course, don't forget for all the activities taking place tomorrow. Thank you once again on behalf of all the organizing committee, scientific committee, control room of COTHED 2021, and I wish you all the best.